In Parshas Shoftim we're commanded, Sum tasim alecha melech. It is a mitzvah aseh, a commandment to place a king upon you. And then the Torah tells us many of the warnings to the king. He shouldn't increase too much the amount of horses that he has, he shouldn't take too many wives, and he shouldn't have too much wealth. The Das HaKenim explains to us that each of these is to protect him from a particular problem. Why is it that a king is warned not to increase wealth to too great an extent? Because he'll become haughty, he'll become arrogant, and therefore the Torah warns us he shouldn't have too much money. This Das HaKenim is difficult to understand. The Rambam tells us that there is an obligation to treat a king with respect, to the extent that any person, no matter how significant, no matter how important, when he walks into the king's throne room, must bow down full face in the floor. Any person there must treat the king with respect, and the king is not allowed to be mochel, is not allowed to overlook his respect. So if in fact the king is the seat of power, if in fact the king must be treated with respect, yet the Torah understands that he will not become arrogant because he can protect himself by it by being a Ben Torah. Why is it then that the Torah is so afraid? But money? No, money he can't possibly handle. Make sure he doesn't have too much money. If he can handle power, if he can handle honor, why is it that money seems to be so much more difficult? And I believe the answer to this is based on understanding how money functions. You see, a person can have great power and still remain humble. Because at the end of the day, I know how much power do I really have. My own destiny I can't even control. If I try to will myself to wake up tomorrow morning, if I say, I have decided that I shall rise tomorrow morning, it's not in my power to control. When I put my head down on the pillow, I don't know if I'm going to open my eyes in the morning. Power is something a person can deal with. Great honor. My name is famous. People treat me with great respect. The reality is that today they sing my praises, tomorrow they forget my name. Honor is also something a person can deal with. But wealth works a little bit differently. The real difficulty with wealth is that when a person has great wealth, he feels independent. He feels very, very self-assured. I don't need anybody. I don't need my wife. I don't need my children. I don't need God. I can buy and sell the world. That sense of independence that extreme wealth brings is something that the Torah warns us about, that even a king is very susceptible to arrogance if he has too much money. Honor he can handle, power he can handle, but money brings a sense of independence. Watch out, don't allow the king to have too much money. And I believe that this concept is very key and fundamental. The center of our relationship with Hashem is a sense of humility, understanding that I am the creation and Hashem is the creator. I am the servant and Hashem is my master, is the pivot point in our entire relationship with Hashem. In our current times, many people are blessed with wealth. Wealth is a tremendous bracha if it's used appropriately. However, it brings a very real danger. The real danger is the sense of independence, the sense of power that I don't need anyone. And understanding the danger that wealth brings is very important because, again, the reality is almost all of us enjoy a degree of wealth today, many people far more than others, but understanding the danger can allow a person to use wealth as the true bracha it is and not have him destroy himself with it.